Yo, what up, man? I'm just gonna dive right in, man. See, the problem is these fanboys and Sony ponies, they feel too entitled. Now they're on Twitter tweeting, talking about my PlayStation. They're not going to take Call of Duty off of my PlayStation. Now, don't that seem a little biased to y'all? Don't that seem a little one-sided? Don't something seem a little fishy about that statement? And you claim you with the CMA, the UE. Hey, he's trying to say that he's not with him. But then somebody did a little more digging and they found that this guy was with him. And now he wants to come out with an apology. He wanted to come out with a tweet to basically apologize and say, well, I'm not necessarily with the CMA and the UE. I don't have nothing to do with this. Basically, stop the cap, bro. Just stop the cap. You know, basically, he don't have nothing to do with it. But that's not our problem. You know, he said, I don't have nothing to do with it. Like he want to come out and try to make an apology and make it right, but the damage is already done. You got in your feelings because I guess in the courtroom or whatever, in the court of law over there in the UK, however they do things over there, man, we don't know. We don't know how they run their business over there. But whatever was said behind closed doors, he didn't agree with it. He didn't like it. So he came to Twitter. That's what most ponies do. That is the pony stumping ground, Twitter. If you want to find ponies and fanboys, I'm talking about at an all-time high, go to Twitter. They are delusional. They are brainwashed. They think they run the world. They're the market leaders and can't nobody ever take them down and tell them anything. Like, they don't want no competition. Any Xbox AAA bangers, Nintendo, or games that come to PC or cloud gaming exclusive, they're gonna have something to say about it. Oh, that ain't fair. You know, Starfield was supposed to be a multi-plat game. Sony tried to stop that deal, but then they want to get a timed exclusive deal with Deathloop, you know, with Ghostwire Tokyo, with Final Fantasy. You know, I'm hearing a timed exclusive and I'm hearing exclusive. So I really don't know. Another game, Forspoken, timed exclusive. You know what I'm saying? 2 years to be exact. But that's okay for Sony to try to stop the Call of Duty Activision Blizzard deal. Man, I just don't get it. How is this so one-sided that none of these regulators or the CMA, none of them, they're all overlooking the past. Sony have a long history of doing these little grimy, greedy, scheming, backdoor exclusive deals behind Xbox back, and none of them are saying anything about it. So I'm thinking Xbox side, you know, the green team, Uncle Phil is going to have to start bringing some of this to their attention. Like, it was okay for them to make Spider-Man exclusive. It's okay to make Wolverine exclusive. You know, true, they probably bought the studio to create Spider-Man, but at the same time, Spider-Man used to be a multi-plat game. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, being that Xbox is in the business of buying studios and willing to work with people, why don't they go to Xbox door and say, hey man, we want to make more money? Now they want to send it to PC to do a double dip, which is, you know, I guess that's okay, you know, to be double dipping, I guess. But at the same time, man, they still don't have it on Xbox. So that's still an argument that pretty much they can really have. Now they can go dig up stuff and say, oh, well, we tried back then, but back then they weren't buying studios. I'm talking about this generation. Now we're talking about now, the Xbox Series X and S and PC and Steam Deck, cloud gaming, Game Pass. This is what we're talking about now. This is the future. Why do you think so many people are leaving Sony? Because they're not bringing the people value. They're too busy focusing on trying to stop the whole entire Call of Duty, Activision, Blizzard deal because they don't have nothing else better to do with their time. They're definitely not worrying about their own fan base. As a matter of fact, they're stealing money from their own fan base. Yeah, check their track record, man. When they switched over to PlayStation Plus Premium, so many people got ripped off. So many subscription services. People they just piled up all of these subscription services, bro, like hundreds. And some people couldn't even redeem all of their cards, man. Build quality. They're making cheap products. Cheap PlayStations tearing up. Controllers tearing up. Customer service is whack. These are things they should be focusing on besides, trying to stop Call of Duty, Activision, Blizzard deal, man. These are things that the fans have been asking for how long? Forever and a day. Can we please get a Game Pass on PlayStation? Can we please compete? Can we please do day ones, day and date? Day ones like Game Pass, but they don't want to do it because they want to lock you behind that premium price tag PS5. That's it. But and still, they're gonna tell y'all they can't do it, but they can go behind Xbox back and do little exclusive deals and spend hundreds and millions of dollars. But and still they can't do day and date, and it costs $100 million, $200 million to make an exclusive. But you're doing blocking deals? So you tell me who's lying. They're lying. They're capping, man. Jim Ryan is known for lying, man. Like, when you know the business, how it actually works, if you add up all of the money that they're spending to do all this little dirt behind Xbox back, Nintendo back, PC, cloud gaming, Facebook, whoever, Sony's doing so much dirt right now. And like they said, man, all dark comes to light. And now it's starting to come to light. Now we're actually seeing the real true Sony. Like, there's a lot of stuff I found out since this whole entire Call of Duty, Activision, Blizzard deal, bro, that I never knew about Sony. I would have never knew these things were going on behind closed doors. Never knew. They're being exposed every day. You got Fanboys in the CMA, and now I'm seeing why they are allowed to get by with making Spider-Man exclusive, doing exclusive deals, working with exclusive studios, doing little exclusive deals that we know were supposed to be on Game Pass, Xbox and PC, maybe even Nintendo. Now I see why. It's too much favoritism over there at the CMA at UK cross seas. Those Decepticons don't get it. They are actually messing their own money up because they're slowing up the process. The more you slow up the process, the more money you're going to lose. Activision should definitely have something to say about this, because the faster this game gets on Game Pass, do you know the amount of money Call of Duty is about to make once day one it hits Game Pass? All those microtransactions, DLCs, promotion, marketing. Do you know how much money this is? If you think $1 billion, it's going to be way over $1 billion. It's going to, man, it's going to be like more like 3, 4, 5 billion a year this game is probably going to be making, because everybody's going to have access to it. It's over 95% of people have mobile phones that they play games on. It's over 1.6 billion over there in Japan looking to dive into the Xbox gaming ecosystem. They already said it. They're waiting for those Japanese AAA bankers to hit more in Game Pass, and they're going to support it. Something Sony don't want to do, because they're going to charge the top dollar. They feel like, hey, well, we're our own, independent company. We're not really got nobody else standing behind us, so we have to charge y'all more and this, that, and the third. Cap, y'all been the market leaders for how long, bro? And all of a sudden, in just the middle of the generation, you got to raise the price on PS5. Start off with charging $70, the extra $10 that you're not even supporting. You're not even supporting your own fan base. Where's that extra $10 going? If you're the market leaders, right, and you're selling millions of copies of games, and you're adding an extra $10, so now you're adding millions of extra dollars to your bank account. How make this make sense? How you can't put day and date on your subscription service if you're charging the extra $10? On top of that, you raise the PS5 an extra $100 to $200-$300 $1,000, however much. I don't even know how much the PS5 costs anymore. But you raise the price on it. In different countries, the price is all over the place. I don't even know how much a PS5 even costs anymore. But they raise the price. That's what, see, when you catch them in the lie, now they're gonna move the goalposts. They're gonna spin the narrative. Oh no, well this is the reason, because inflation, da da da. You're making the PS5 cheaper, man. Stop the cap. So now, where is this money going? This is things that people need to look at, man. For real. Man, these ponies out here, fanboys, have become so bold. They feel like they can just come out and say anything. Now, the CMA, the UE, the whoever's trying to block the whole entire Call of Duty Activision Blizzard deal, these fanboys are getting out of control. Because clearly, this is going to be a one-sided fight. Like, clearly they have fanboys in the CMA and the UE and the UK and the ABC, DEFG are just fanboying, talking about they're going to tweet. They're tweeting about they're going to keep Call of Duty on my PlayStation. Like, how are you going to come out and say my PlayStation, bro? Like, come on now, for real? Like, really? Come on now. You're going to sit here and come out and say my PlayStation? Like, all of these other companies out here ain't looking. All these other regulators and CMA, nobody's paying attention to you. So you think they're just going to brush that under the rug. All of these lawyers, all of these fans out here of the gaming industry, period. Bro, you got to think about Nintendo, PC, Xbox, cloud gaming. So they're just going to stand back and let Sony just walk all over them, right? They just say anything they want to and get away with it. That's the problem now. They feel too entitled. This is what I'm saying about Jim Ryan, Jim Ryan, and greedy, grimy Sony. Those Decepticons don't care about nobody but money. And they have been doing these little backdoor deals forever, man. I'm talking about, see, this is the problem now. They've been getting away with it for so long, and they just feel entitled. Like, nobody can say anything to them. Like, soon as you say anything to a fanboy or a pony, the first thing they go to, oh, well, we got all the games, we got all the AAA bangers. They don't want to even hear about no competition. They don't want to hear about no games leaving their platform. No, they don't want no games to leave PlayStation. But soon as PlayStation do an exclusive deal, a backdoor deal, and pretty much take it off Xbox, or do a timed exclusive deal with some of these grimy studios, they're greedy and grimy too. They're just the baddest Sony Decepticons. For real, man. Like, they ain't no better. I put them in the same box as Jim Ryan. Like, they are all greedy and grimy. I ain't separating nobody, bro. Like, I'm not about to separate greedy studios doing exclusive deals, knowing doggone well you got a big gaming community here. They want to play these games too, like Spider-Man, but they want to brush that under the rug and just throw it out the back door. Like, oh, that don't matter because Call of Duty is inadequate. That they're gonna release it, continue to release it. 3 years from now? That's inadequate. That's not accurate. You know, that's anti-competitive because we don't want to compete with the biggest AAA banging shooter game of all time. They don't want to compete with it, which is, we all know that's a lie. If you're the market leader, you can come out with SOCOM, you can redo Battlefield, you can come out with Killzone 4 or remake Killzone 3. They don't want to do it, but nobody can say nothing to Sony. We seem to have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. So, from the looks of things, we have a fanboy. Right? That just decided that he wants to just pretty much cancel the whole entire Call of Duty Activision Blizzard deal by himself on Twitter. You know, it's a certain limit to favoritism. You know, that you're rooting for the other team. You know, you don't care about anybody else but your own PS5 plastic box. Now, this idiot, this has got to be the dumbest fanboy I have ever seen up there at UK, CEMA, UE, UIE, TIV, whatever you want to spell, whatever little abbreviations that they're over there using to confuse everybody, right? Too many letters, the whole entire alphabet at this point. We're going to have A, B, C, D, E, F, G regulators over there at UK. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much doing everything in their power to stop the whole entire Call of Duty Activision Blizzard deal, right? Now, all of this fuss and ruckus, right, over a tweet that this idiot decides to make, showing complete favoritism for Sony. Just nobody wants to just come out and say it. He's gonna say, right, they're not gonna take Call of Duty off of my PlayStation. Now, that right there can cause them to pretty much have a retrial. And who wants to go back through another 2-3 years of this misery? All because of a regulator wants to have favoritism over Xbox. Like, basically, we want Sony to continue to dominate the gaming market. They are the market leaders, man. Dude, this idiot really thinks Jim Ryan and those Decepticons over there at Sony's front office care about him? If push comes to shove, do you know Jim Ryan will throw that man under the bus at the snap of a finger? Do he know how greedy, grimy, shady, low down Sony is? They don't even like each other. Only thing they care about is money. Sony, those CEOs, they don't even care about each other over there. They don't even care about their own country. Did you see the price hike already over in Japan? They don't even want to listen to me. This has got to be the dumbest move, the dumbest pony I have ever seen in my life. Like, how are you gonna rep for somebody a plastic box that don't even rep for you? They are overpricing everything on the Sony this generation. Oh, that console is built for the rich. Do you know how many people are complaining? Do you know how many people are trading PS5s in to go get an Xbox, build a PC, buy a Steam Deck, now they will jump into the PlayStation ecosystem by pretty much buying a subscription service like PlayStation Plus Premium, cloud gaming on PC, or Steam Deck laptops, you know, or they would jump into the Xbox ecosystem like Game Pass that you can play pretty much anywhere. But this idiot here, this fool, this is a disgrace to the gaming industry to even let low lives, just dummy idiots, people that just brain of a peanut into the game. Are you seriously going to let people dictate and determine should Xbox, a $1 trillion company, buy Call of Duty and leave it in the hands of a pony? Are you serious? Are they serious right now? Like I said before, man, the gaming industry is a joke, bruh. Like, really? Y'all are really going to let this idiot determine the fate of Call of Duty? Clearly, this is a one-sided, argument right now. Like, clearly. Only ponies understand ponies. Fanboys only understand fanboys. Regulators, I don't know. Those Decepticons over there at UK, bro, this is a one-sided match, bro. I just don't see how this would even be a fair argument at this point. Like, clearly he wants to backtrack and double back. Now he sent out another tweet. This pony sends out another tweet, double backs and say, oh, well, I'm not really with the CMA or UE. Like I said before, it's too many abbreviations. I don't know. I'm getting lost in the sauce right now. I don't know what to even call them at this point. Only thing you can only call them CMA fanboys, CMA ponies, UK ponies, UK fanboys. That's the only thing you can pretty much acknowledge them by, because that's what they're doing. They're acting like fanboys over there. It ain't no other way around it. Why are they trying to pretend Like the CMA, the UE, the ABCEFG is on Xbox side. The whole entire alphabet is against Uncle Phil, Game Pass, and Call of Duty, bro. Like, they are actually shooting themselves in the foot by trying to block this deal. Do they realize, do these idiots, these brains of a peanut, these idiotic ponies realize that they are actually holding up their own money right now? They're holding up billions and millions of dollars right now due to pride and ego. My PlayStation. Now, what does that sound like to you guys? Does that sound like a gamer, just a casual gamer, a fan of PlayStation and Xbox? No, that sounds like a fanboy pony. That does not sound fair. I'm sorry, it does not sound fair. I don't care how you try to spin the story. That's why I don't argue with fanboys and ponies, because it's pointless. It's like talking to a brick wall. They don't understand where we're coming from. True gamers don't care about knick-knack, paddywhack, push and pull, give a dog a bone. We don't care, man. We don't care about that, man. We just really want to get back to gaming, bro. Like, why can't we just get back to gaming, casual gaming, having fun with our friends online? We can't do it because Sony wants to cry like a crybaby, old lion crying, Jim flying Ryan. This console war, man, is just not going to stop, man. The reason why it's not going to stop is because it was more about money now. It's not, see, everything, that's why they're saying they don't want it to leave, because it's bringing Sony so much money. It's not even about gaming no more. It's only about money and favoritism and pride and ego. It's like they're put up on this high pedestal as the market leaders that nobody can ever touch Sony. They don't ever want nobody to come that close and match AAA bangers with another AAA banger. They don't want that for Sony. Like the fanboys, they are going to knock anything good that Xbox does, anything good that Nintendo does. Nobody can ever compete with Sony in their eyes, in the fanboys and ponies' eyes. They don't ever want any competition at the top, because they know that if there's competition, you can possibly lose the market leader spot one day. May not be now, but in the near future, if Xbox keeps going down this route and starts buying up all these big AAA studios that Sony left behind, left in the gaming graveyard, and Xbox decides to dig them up and revive them and bring them back, and bring back all these AAA banger games that the fans have been begging Sony to bring back and make. You know, what if Xbox decides to start remaking games that all of the Sony fanboys been asking Sony to make, like a Killzone 4, now exclusive to Xbox platform? Oh man, boy, Splinter Cell exclusive to Xbox. Metal Gear Solid remake, first Metal Gear Solid remake exclusive to Xbox. Ooh, boy, you talking about ponies are mad and upset, bro? There's no way you can sit here and say that they won't be jocking Xbox, but they will never admit it. Like, oh man, think about Heavenly Sword. All of the AAA bangers, like I said before, that Sony left behind to die. These studios just dead, but Xbox starts to bring them back and make them exclusive to Game Pass day one. AAA banger quality graphics, capped off at 60 FPS, 120 FPS, ray tracing, frame rate, 2.1 D quality, HDMI 2.1 jacks, 240 hertz TVs looking like crispy magic. When you look at the screen, it's just no comparison. I'm talking about bring this stuff to the Xbox ecosystem day one. Because if Sony's already the market leader, obviously if they ain't bring these games back that the Sony don't want, but you don't want Xbox to have Call of Duty exclusive, right? So go in another direction with Xbox. Bring back all of the AAA bangers that we know Sony can't stop. They can't block because it's a studio. They will be buying these studios, bringing them back that all the fans are wanting. This is the stuff that we are asking for. Fine, if they block the Call of Duty Activision Blizzard deal, backdoor Sony. All Uncle Phil have to do is backdoor Sony. Bring back all the AAA bangers that Sony left for dead in the gaming graveyard that they don't want to bring back. Things like Medal of Honor, BioShock, a new BioShock. I'm pretty sure we got a lot of fans right now would just crave to have a remake of a BioShock. Day one on Game Pass. Day one, baby. I'm talking about these are games that we all been asking for. A new Titanfall. Oh yeah. All these games, man. Day one. Because they want to block the Call of Duty Activision Blizzard deal and have favoritism. This is the only way to really put Sony in their place, is to pretty much outdo them and the ponies and the fanboys and shut them up, because they are going to continue to move the goalposts, you know. And I've been hearing a lot of chirping out here in these gaming streets, but those Decepticons are truly scared of Xbox and Game Pass this generation, because they know the damage that Game Pass can do. See, before, they never knew it. They never knew it because Xbox never showed this side. They never showed this aggression. They never showed it. Like, when you don't show people something, they're not going to believe you until you start showing them. Now, all of a sudden, Xbox and Game Pass is the worst thing ever. They don't want the deal to go through. Oh, they're going to be a monopoly off of one game. Even if they came out loud and clear, they said it. Even if Call of Duty, let's just say it does go exclusive in 2 or 3 years, it still is not going to hurt Sony. Sony just wants to be greedy, grimy, and shady. Backdoor Xbox at any time they feel like it. Feel free to do so. They don't want no competition. Anytime they're even threatened any new competition. For example, Facebook wants to get into the meta. It wants to jump into that VR. Do you know that they're doing blocking rights and blocking deals against Facebook? You know, Game Pass, Nintendo, cloud gaming, period. They don't want no competition, bro. I'm telling you. That's what this all over. And they will pay top dollar to these regulators to try to stop this deal. But you really can't stop things if it's not really threatening the gaming industry. So the deal needs to go through, because this is not a threat to Sony. If Xbox came out and said that they're not going to take it off. So if we're not going to take it off, we're just going to add it to Game Pass. Basically, our platform, our cloud gaming service is not a threat to Sony PlayStation. And that's the only thing they have to prove. And the deal will go through. How something that I'm buying going to destroy Sony, going to destroy PlayStation if they're the market leaders at the snap of a finger? Just because, first of all, time out. They don't even like Call of Duty, from what word on the street is in gaming, in these gaming streets. A lot of ponies don't even like Call of Duty, from what they're saying. They don't even play it. Haven't they been returning their copies of COD, right? So can't they use that in court? Oh man, well, a lot of PlayStation people don't even like COD anyway. Can't they use that as an argument as well? They don't even want the game. They're returning it, right? Haven't we seen so many ponies and fanboys call in and say, man, we don't even want this game. We're not even going to support Call of Duty anymore. So what's the problem? What is the problem, people? These Decepticons they just want clout at this point. Only thing all these regulators are doing when people come out and call the Xbox Series S a potato, or the regulators coming out talking about, you know, at the CMA, the UE, wherever this guy's from, talking about his PlayStation, they're not going to take Call of Duty off of his PlayStation. These people are just clout chasing. They just want attention, bro. And I'm going to leave it right there, man. And we're going to jump into some more topics later on, because I'm not going to waste my time on ponies and fanboys. You know, I mean, it's just stupid at this point to even think that they're going to we ever going to see eye to eye, like a gamer, a casual gamer. I'm a PC gamer, Xbox Game Pass gamer, you know, period. And I'm not finna get caught up in all the fanboy hype of people that you can't even change their mind even if you pay them. It's like arguing with the brick wall. You know, it's just pointless at this point. Do you even think we're going to come to an agreement about the whole Call of Duty Activision Blizzard deal? Clearly, Uncle Phil came out a million gazillion times, already said that is not going to leave PlayStation, and they're still ignoring him. Basically, what they're saying, to sum it all up, right? To make a long story short, they don't believe Uncle Phil's story. They don't believe his story. They believe that he's going to take Call of Duty off of PlayStation platform in the next 2 to 5 years, however long. It's going to become exclusive soon. So basically what they're saying is that Xbox is lying, but they can't say that in the court. You can't call somebody a liar into proving guilty. So innocent into proving guilty. So they feel like he's lying, he's telling the story, and we already know who's the real liar, right? Lion Jim Ryan. That's how you think he got his name. Sony have been backdooring gaming consoles studios since day one. Look at Sega. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just throwing it out there. It's at the gaming graveyard right now. Go look at the year that it died off. I'm just saying, bro. R.I.P. to Sega, man. I salute them for still standing strong, becoming a publisher and a developer, man, because I know how hard it is in these gaming streets when you got somebody blocking that you have to pretty much become partners with, frenemies. Do you really think do you really think Sega want to be friends with Sony after knocking them off the map? I don't know, bro. I don't know. That'd be a tough pill to swallow, but if it's about that bag, that lets you know money talks, bull walks. Right there. So you already know Sony will do anything to stay at the top if they came partners with Sega. You know what I'm saying? Because we know how popular Sonic is. There's a big franchise there, and that's a lot of money to be made. But this whole entire thing, man, I think I'm gonna leave it right there, man, because this is just, at this point, I think they're really frustrated with this whole entire fighting over Call of Duty thing. Everybody's tired of going over it. It's starting to just be watered down, annoying, insensitive, selfish. Nobody really cares about gaming anymore. Gaming have just become just a money pit, a money bank, just cash grab, remake station, you know, underperforming plastic box PS5 that they're overpricing in other countries. But yet still they're overlooking all the greed and the grimy tactics that Sony is doing because they're paying under the table money to regulators over there. We know Lion Jim Ryan got connects over there. And there's no way if Sony would have been trying to buy Call of Duty that Xbox could have stepped in the middle and had anything to say. They would have already probably passed the deal already, bro. Because they're the market leaders and nobody don't want no smoke with Sony because they already know they're grimy. There's no Sony. Sony is going to stab all of them in the back once this. We already know, bro. We already know nobody wants smoke with Sony because they already know. I mean, even the fanboys and ponies know how greedy and grimy Sony is, but they love the AAA bangers, so they put up with it. They deal with it. Everybody's so hyped up and turned up for God of War, and that just blinded the gaming industry even more now. That don't make it no better, bro. That God of War don't make it no better. Now Sony really can't do nothing wrong because they done gave him an appetizer, you know, a full course meal. Now they got the itis. it's like they really can't do anything wrong, man. Only thing I can say, man, the Green Team, Xbox, Uncle Phil, man, y'all just gotta stay strong in a time like this, because these fanboys ain't messing around. Like they're just brainwashed and blinded by the AAA bangers right now, man. And you're gonna have to wait till the hype die down the next few months to really get back to gaming and focusing on what's really important, you know. And we need to drop these prices down after the holidays as well. I think I think that's something I'm going to have to push for as well. And I'm going to continue to try to bring gamers and gaming value, you know. So we're just going to leave it right there, man. So make sure you guys smash that like, that subscribe button, click that notification bell so you guys can be notified on all of the new latest and greatest news out here in these gaming streets. And if you would like to jump into the Xbox ecosystem, the PlayStation ecosystem, click the links down below in the description if you have a PC or laptop. And if you like to check out some merch, you already know, clothing, the gear, click the links. Or if you like to order games, rent games, pre-order games, buy games, click the links down below in the description. Make sure you smash that thumbs up, subscribe, click that notification bell so you guys can stay updated, because it's about to be lit. Peace.